Hello and welcome to StudyIQ, my dear friends. I am Prashant Mavani. Let's see what we have got in the PIB today. Now, if you want to download this lecture, you can get it from my Facebook page and Twitter handle. May I request you guys to share it with other people as well. And don't forget to hit the like button if you have learned something from today's discussion. Now, special topic is about adultery as a crime. I'm not giving you a statement. I'm asking a question here, that is it really a crime? Now the thing is, if we go through section 497 of Indian Penal Code, we find that it is a very outdated section. I don't know why central government is arguing in favor of this 497. Let me explain you what's going on with this, or how this 497 is defining adultery. Pay attention here. This is a husband and this is his wife, right? Of course they are married, and now this is just an imaginary example that the lady is having affair with another man, which is third party here, right? This is a man who is a third party in this marriage. So just in case if this husband finds out, what will happen? This man, this person here, he will go in the jail. A criminal case will be filed against this person, right? As per section 497, it's a crime to do adultery. But nothing will happen to the lady over here. She was equally involved in this exmarital affair, but nothing against the lady here. The other thing is, I'll give you another example, right? Another scenario. It's not always that wives are cheating, right? There is no, you can say, any sort of research or finding or publication saying that only wives are cheating. Not at all. Sorry to say, but in Indian society, it is most of the time the man. So here is, or in general around the world as well. So here is another case. This is husband here again, right? So wife, and now the husband is having exmarital affair with a lady, and in this case the lady is the third party. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say here, right? Things are clear with this one, and this is another scenario. So husband is having exmarital affair with a third party, a woman or a lady, right? It's not necessary that she is married. She could be single as well. It doesn't really matter. But as far as this 497 is concerned, in this scenario, wife here, she cannot do anything against her husband. This 497 will be not applicable on this person here. Can you believe this thing? Earlier on, it was applicable, but it was punishing the lover or the boyfriend, etc. of the lady here. But here, in this scenario, in scenario number 2, nothing will happen to anyone. The lady will, this lady here, the third party, no cases against her, no cases against this husband here, and the wife will not be able to do anything. And the central government is trying to protect this section 497. The other interesting thing is that if in the first scenario, right, where a wife is having extramarital affairs, in this scenario, if the husband will give, consent, if husband, you can imagine that will hardly ever happen, right? So if the husband will say, that's fine, I don't mind if you are having affair with someone else, right, then there will be no criminal proceeding against that third party man. But it cannot be the same case when it comes to a lady. So this is, you can clearly say or see that this is a biased law. Central government is arguing that if we get rid of this 497, or if we will dilute this 497, then this will basically create a huge amount of damage to this institution of marriage. Now, one question that I would like to ask central government is that, do we, right, when we go out there for marriage, say for example, how many of us would be aware about this 497, right? Marriage is a social, as well as in Hindus, you can say it's a religious and social thing, right? In other communities, you find many times it is more social. again, we are not going into definition of this thing, but at the end of the day, right, two human beings, they can stick together, or any sort of relationship will stay as far as trust is there. It should be equal as well, right? Relationships, social relationships should be based on equality. You cannot have discrimination in this relationship. So trust, if one person is trusting someone, then he or she would expect that he would get the same. Anyways, I'm sure we all are aware about this sort of things, what is needed and what is not needed. You all are adult students, so you know. But the thing is, protecting the institution. Without this 497, I don't think so that from tomorrow onwards, if we dilute or drop this 497, then it's not going to happen that everyone will start cheating, everyone, or this marriages will come to an end. Not at all. It is also against the things that we have discussed here, right? You know, it's not in favor of women here, or it is tilted in favor of men. So it's a violation of principles of justice as well under Article 14 of our Constitution, equality before the law. It denies women this access to law, as well as it also indicates this patriarchal mindset of our society. The best thing that we can do about it, rather than using this term dilute, I would rather say make it more balanced. And as far as this sort of issues are concerned, right, if someone is cheating someone, and marriage is not just about a physical relationship, isn't it? It is social thing, it is legal thing, right? Your property, your everything will be 50-50 after that. So if someone is not that serious about this thing, then we should, or the government as well as judiciary should, they should, sit down and think about or come out with some solutions, so that the best possible and the most smoothest path could be taken to make sure this marriage is converted into a divorce. And of course, the person who has been right or faithful should be, rather than saying rewarded, he or she should not be punished. With this, I would like to introduce all of you to our pen drive and tablet courses. As you can see on your screen, we have covered many important exams. To find out more about it, check out StudyIQ.com. With this, dear friends, Home Minister has reached Dhaka. Dhaka is capital of Bangladesh. I'm sure you all are aware about this thing, that we share the longest border that we share with any of our neighboring country is Bangladesh. Yes, it may look a tiny border, but it is a very zigzag thing. It's a very zigzag border. So this is the reason why it is lengthy. The other thing is the main talk between these two Home Minister of our country and his counterpart is going to be on security, border management, cooperation in countering illegal activities and travel arrangements. See, illegal activities, border management, this sort of things are very important between these two countries, because as I told you, we are sharing the longest border. It is zigzag. It has got some mountainous portion. The terrain is, quite diverse. You have some river portion, you have some plains portion, and then you have some mountainous terrain. So it becomes very difficult to create physical barriers, right? We are trying to secure this border, but if you go back in the history, then as well we find that migration, right, illegal migration has always been a big problem for both the countries, particularly people from Bangladesh migrating to our country, India. So this creates troubles not only between two countries, but also in local people and things like that. So it's very important that we work together. The other notable progress about both these countries is that our borders are tranquil as well as peaceful. We don't hear this sort of ceasefire violation thing. We don't hear other things, right, between two, as far as this government arms are concerned, right? When I say arms, I mean to say this hands of governments are concerned. We don't find this sort of bullets and other things, right? Bloodshed. So this is a very good thing between both the countries. We are a very good, friendly countries, and we consider each other as one of our best friends. And one more thing will be inaugurated, a state-of-the-art integrated Indian visa application center will be inaugurated by our Home Minister and his counterpart. With this, dear friends, one important survey is going to take place. It's called Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2018. And one of the most important thing that I would like to draw your attention at is Parmeshwaran Iyer. Parmeshwaran Iyer is Secretary of Drinking Water and Sanitation. I have read so many articles written by Mr. Iyer, and I must tell you this thing that if you find article written by Mr. Iyer, then I will recommend you guys to go through it, write a couple of times, and make sure you save it as well. I'm sure once you'll go through it, you'll find that his ideas are always innovative. You'll find something that is practical, and the reason why I am saying here to save it is because Swachh Bharat or Clean India is a topic on which sanitation is a topic on which you may expect questions on this topic in your mains examination. So you will find some very good solutions from Parmeshwaran Iyer. In future, if possible, then we will talk about it in detail as well, this sanitation topic. We have talked about it in the past, but in future as well we will talk about it. That's sort of revision and some new add-on points. I will try to present it in front of you. Now, parameters of this qualitative and quantitative evaluation will be availability of toilets, usage of toilets, hygiene of toilets, status of littering, and status of stagnant water. And one more topic, important topic, there's two problems that are creating or problems between or making this relationship between India and USA a bit turbulent. The first one is Iran, and the second one is India and Russia, and India and Iran. So these are the two problems. Now, Indian ambassador to US Navtej Singh Sarna has said this thing during annual leadership summit of the US-India Strategic and Partnership Forum, that we will use dialogue, and with the help of dialogue, these two major problems that are creating turbulence between, in this Indo-US relationship will be sorted out as soon as possible. Let me give you a brief background about this issue. With Iran, we import oil, and USA wants us to stop oil import from Iran by 4th November. Zero drop, right? Don't purchase anything from Iran as far as oil is concerned. This is the first issue. Now, for India, it is a matter of energy security. As far as defense security is concerned, and this is one more thing, it is because of JCPOA. USA has stepped out of this Iran nuclear deal. The second thing is USA has recently passed a law called CAATSA, right? And as per this CAATSA, it will apply sanctions on all those countries who are engaging with enemies of USA. So Russia is an arch rival, and we are going to purchase some defense products. We have always purchased defense products from Russia, and USA wants us to stop this thing. So these are the two issues. One is associated with India's defense security or India's security, and the second one is energy security. Let's hope that with dialogue we can sort this thing out. Now, Supreme Court has given 2 weeks time to Government of India. Government of India, we talked about it, has decided or took this decision that it is going to set up a social media hub for monitoring online data. They want to know that what is going on WhatsApp and Facebook and things like that. So Supreme Court has said that, are you trying to enter into this privacy zone of people of our country? Now, government has been given away 2 weeks time. Let's see what is the reply of government. And here you have last item, Organization of Pharmaceutical Producers of India, OPPI. A meeting took place in New Delhi, and Suresh Prabhu was addressing this organization, and he said that India is, of course, a key player as far as generic medicines are concerned. He also talked about growth of pharma sector and consumers' interest. We have to keep a fine balance between this thing. One of the reasons why our pharmaceutical sector, or there will be growth as well as there will be demand. It is there. Demand is already there. Growth is reasonably good, and it is going to go up and up because the size of the middle class households is expanding. At the same time, we also find medical infrastructure has also improved in our country. So these are the two main reasons why pharmaceutical sector will be picking up. And as I told you, this is a very important point. Growth as well as consumer interest is very important thing, because we have to cater many of our poor families. And then you have these two answers here. Dear friends, if you want to go through it, what you can do is download the PDF of this lecture and then go through it, right? These are your two new questions. Think about it. Try to eliminate wrong options. And this is how you approach MCQs. And don't forget to share this lecture. Hit the like button if you have learned something from today's discussion. And check out StudyIQ.com to find out more about pen drive and tablet courses. God bless you all. Enjoy your day. Jai Hind.